How are we most similar, and how does that scare you? That's a funny one. Most similar, and how does that scare you? Nice question.
I think the way that we speak, like, which some people might view
How
as
things come out
having
of
an
our mouth.
attitude. Yeah.
How things come out and how
Yeah.
they sound with people.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Your turn.
What's one experience you wish I never had and why? I like how the questions get harder as it goes on.
Experience I wish you never had. Well, I guess as far as for our relationship, I think part of it was good, part of it was bad. I would wish that things had been different at the time, like your father and I got divorced, and then when I got together with and you just made me a crazy woman, and I was just like, get out, right? And so I wish that part hadn't have happened. Mm-hmm. We somehow could have worked that out differently, where we could have worked on our relationship. I think part of it was good for both of us that it happened that way. Mm-hmm. But I think it was also hard. It was really hard for me too. I mean, I cried like crazy after I had even said that to you, but I wasn't going to back down because you thought you were just being so mean to me.
Really?
You know? Mm-hmm. I was like, you need to go out there and go live with somebody else and see how it is, because I am not that bad person.
So I don't think that I viewed you as a terrible person or a bad mom or...
Oh, you talk to me terribly, Janae.
I don't even remember, to be honest.
Terrible.
But I think there's a lot of things I don't remember about being a kid and being a teenager.
Well, you know what's weird is we push a lot of that away. We don't want to look at it.
Right.
So it's like we push it away, and pretty soon it kind of fades.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way that I have a lot of those like myself too.
Mm-hmm. But I think one big thing too about me leaving is that I don't feel like it taught me as much as you would have hoped it would have taught me.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. But, okay, your turn.
What's the hardest thing about being my daughter that I may not realize?
I think not understanding your relationship with and with too. Just the dynamic of being the much, much younger daughter, and not having like somebody else that had my dad as a father as well to kind of, you know what I mean?
Right.
To share things about our parents and about those experiences.
But you know, I think even so, it would still be different, because everybody has their own different view depending on where they're at in the family arrangement, older, middle, younger, whatever that is. So yeah. I think yours is a little bit more drastic because you are so much younger. But
as far as hardest thing, hardest thing about being your daughter, I think that's really it, because otherwise I feel like you're a great mom. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Mom. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, before I start crying.
Your turn.
What's the best thing you've learned from our worst fight?
What's the best thing I learned from our worst fight? I guess the best thing I learned is things about myself, that some things that they just don't work, like, and not to get so excited about certain things. Like, you know, I regret that, you know, like I was so crazy like my mom was for a while about cleaning the house and getting those things done, and it's like, really, that's the important thing? Because it's really not. I mean, at the end of the day, but I got that from my mom, right? So, you know, and I worked, and so that was the thing. You know, you did your grocery shopping, you get ready for the next week, your laundry, clean the house. But so just not to get so excited about certain things because of, you know, I think I was just too crazy about certain things when you were a teenager.
Do you think those were our worst fights as a teen?
Well, no, I think the worst fight was, I think I hit you in the head with my fist.
What?
You said something to me.
Wait, I don't remember.
Like, bam. Yes, you said something to me.
I'm like, this kind of rings a bell, but
I think you were like
also
13
not.
or 14 or something.
Okay, your turn.
What's something I taught you that you now know is wrong?
I don't really know that you've taught me anything wrong. I mean, maybe you have, but I don't. I feel like you've taught me pretty well how to make it through this world and be strong. And yeah, I don't know.
I appreciate that. I know I messed up a lot.
So, Mom, you're human,
so
right?
You know, yeah.
And no one is a perfect parent.
Yeah, I messed up with your brother and sister too. So, but you know what? I think you're right. I think all parents.
You did the best you could with what you had.
With what you have, yeah. Yeah, and hopefully you learn along the way.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. If you could give me anything in the world, what would it be and why?
Anything in the world. I think what I would give you, it wouldn't be money or those things. It would be for you to not have that anxiety and stress that you sometimes get. I think that if you could not have that, you would be much, much happier in pretty much all things in your life. And I know that you do things to work on that. And I know that, you know, sometimes we just have those things, they're innate within us. And they're not something that you can just get rid of or you can talk out or any of those things. So I think that that's what I would give you. I would get rid of those things that cause you stress, anxiety, those things within yourself. I can't, you know, I couldn't control anything outside of that, but I think that's what I would give you. I think that would make the biggest difference for your life. Last one. What does my love feel like? Oh, I didn't want you to get all mushy here now.
Overwhelming in a good way. I don't know. It's like I feel when I think about, or when I talk to you even on the phone, right? And like I can't be there to hug you. I almost feel like you're hugging me.
Oh.
I just feel really close to you, like you said earlier, right? Like
very close, always.
Even though I know we don't talk as much as I want to, and I don't see you enough, and I do want to see you more. I'm very grateful to have a mom like you.
Thank you. Yeah, I do love you.
Okay,
nothing will ever change how much I love you.
Unconditional.
It's unconditional.
If this were to be our last conversation ever, what would you never want me to forget? So, you know, I mean, that you had a mother who loved you no matter what, and that had great respect for you, and that she knows you can do anything that you want to do and have anything you want in your life, and that you're a good person. I think that's a really important thing to me, is that all my children are actually good people. But, and for you, there's that I always loved you. You know, and it's never going to go away. Ditto. Love you.
Love you too.
Hey there, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed that conversation and you want to ask these questions to your own family, check out the And Family Edition card game at theskindeep.com/shop.